This is Fantastic Force 270. You might have seen my video on the issue before this, where it had a really brilliant introduction and setup to the new villain, Terminal. That's him there. He's like a gigantic alien conqueror who has come to Earth to claim it for himself. That first issue was a really good issue, introducing them, and sadly, this one does not stick to the landing. John Byrne, he is writer and artist, and interestingly, after the big climax of last issue, with the reveal of Terminal, we actually start off this one with the character stuff, like the downtime character building scenes. So here we have got the human fire and his developing interest and relationship with the Thing's ex-girlfriend Alex Masterson. And this is all done well, but it's completely undercut and devalued with the eventual retcon that none of this really matters and that Alex is actually a Skrull in disguise. I will say it is a bit odd to lead with the soapy drama sort of stuff than with the big cosmic baddie. Then we've got some stuff with the invisible wife and her miscarriage. It's powerful stuff, very sad. And here's what I would have led with. This scene here, it's just a page. The government, they're reacting to reports of Terminal arriving on Earth. I think this sequence, it would have been a good opener. It would be a nice tease for what's to come. And then it would make these character bits, it would make them feel a little less disconnected, because they'd be sandwiched between this bit about Terminal and then the main bulk of the story about Terminal. And John Byrne, he makes another odd choice. He decides not to show us Terminal attacking Mr. Fantasticals and She-Hulks. He shoots at them with his cosmic lance and they get buried under rubble, and that all happened off panel. I think part of the problem is Terminal went from being fascinating and an immense threat in that first issue to mostly just standing around waiting to be defeated in this one. The idea behind Terminal is that he was created as a Galactus Man level threat. He was meant to be like, what if Galactus Man was a thug? Terminal, he guns to planets and he strips them of their resources and leaves them to die. He's like a gigantic cosmic scavenger, and of course his backstory and very existence become very complicated after this story. And this bit here is incredibly ignored by all the subsequent writers. Because here he has like a little alien slave. I think loosely it's meant to be reminiscent of how Galactus Man as Silver Surf Man. And as you can see here, Terminal, he just stands around and the sky turns red, but there's not really anything happening. Like last issue, he was destroying enormous parts of the country, and here he's just standing around doing like a rain dance. And the alien slave gives Mr. Fantasticals an idea of how to stop Terminal, and it's just a bit underwhelming after the great introduction to have both the villain and the heroes spend most of the issue standing around rather than actually doing out. And like the fight aspect happened off panel. And then Mr. Fantasticals, he beats Terminal very quickly with the science that he did at the start of the first part. Very convenient that, and I didn't really like it because not only is it pretty cliche writing, but it doesn't actually stop Terminal. It just buries him. And they make no effort to ensure that he like stays buried or to stop him. It's like Mr. Fantasticals thinks because he's out of sight, then he should be out of mind as well. But Terminal, he comes back like straight away in the Avengers, since Mr. Fantasticals did absolutely naught to permanently stop him here. We've got some stuff here, the start of the relationship between She-Hulks and Red Wing. That's the Native American friend of the Fantastic Force. And we end with some character stuff with Red Wing. That does seem a bit out of place after he didn't do a tremendous amount for the rest of the story. And for most of this issue, he didn't do anything. It's a shame that this is a letdown. After a great introduction, Jason Byrne just didn't manage to maintain the threat of Terminal or even tell a satisfying narrative. After the first part, this issue feels like naught but a cop-out, and it immediately diminishes what Byrne succeeded in doing with setting Terminal up. I only award this issue 7 thumbs up.